Some Wike plays politics for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When he was speaking at Oyigbo local government area yesterday, in the course of what he calls visit to Rivers State, he told the people, while concluding, that he was there to support, to campaign for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But while he's playing politics for President Tinubu, it is obvious that some members of the APC, the leadership of the APC, are not happy with his kind of politics. Now, the reasons are not far to seek. Perhaps his style, perhaps his almost deliberate alienation of many constituencies that could also have been very useful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, in less than 1 week, the chairman of the APC, Yitwada Nentawe, has had to remind Nyesom Wike that he's not the leader of any party in Rivers State. That is the governor of the state, Sim Fubara, who is now known as 001, that is the leader of the APC in Rivers State, and that is not answerable to people who are outside the party. Nentawe even rubbed it in and said, as far as they are concerned, Wike is a member of the PDP. Now, Senator Ajibola Bashiru, who is the national secretary of the party, also more or less rubbed it in and said the man that they recognize in the APC is Sim Fubara. And now Bashiru went a step further and said if Wike is more concerned about politics in Rivers, he should resign his appointment at the federal level and go and face Rivers politics. So it's a kind of rejection by some of the principal members of the APC itself. So while he may be on good terms with President Tinubu, some people clearly oppose him, even within the APC that he says is helping. And this will have implications for, politics in Rivers State particularly. But Wike says he's the one in charge of Rivers, that Rivers is a no-go area, that Bashiru will burn his hands, that in fact he should go and ask from people who tried to intervene in Rivers before and what happened to them, more or less making himself, in a grandiloquent manner, the emperor of Rivers State, to a position to which nobody has either appointed him or anointed him. But, politicians also learn their lessons. It may well happen that the same President Tinubu that he says he will report Bashiru to and the Minister of Blue Economy may have their own ideas in terms of the utility value of Wike himself, either as a politician or as somebody campaigning for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Maybe you give Wike, some credit for the capacity to keep causing trouble everywhere that he goes to. The best way to characterize Rivers State politics is to remember the novel, the young adult novel by Professor Anezi Okoro, written in 1972. 1 week, 1 trouble. That is the title of that novel. And what they do in Rivers State is 1 week, 1 trouble. And Wike is a protagonist in ensuring that the destiny of the politics of Rivers State and of the people is that of 1 week, 1 trouble, thus fueling uncertainty and instability. But I think that when I was talking about capacity, now people are fighting him in the People's Democratic Party, his original party. They have rejected him there. Now leaders in the APC are also rejecting him, saying that he should go back to his PDP because he's not a member of their party. And he too is fighting back. And he says he is challenging anybody to come to Rivers State because it is a no-go area. He's the one in charge. That anybody, does that include President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, by the way? Because if he says anybody, it's a very expansive term of expression. Because one day, he may have to warn President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself. Maybe if things go south, he may even warn him not to come to Port Harcourt or anywhere in Rivers State because it's a no-go area and he is in charge.
Right.
Well, that's when he will be reminded that there is no part of this country that is a no-go area for the president, commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria, because you never know, people can just get carried away. And I think that Senator Bashiru and Yitilda Nentawe, the chairman of the party, they may well be others like them within the party who are objecting to Nyesom Wike and his interventions on all fronts. And then again, another funny thing, two things I saw today. Some people are, circulating a list of 42 persons that at one point or the other are friends with Minister Wike, and now he's fighting them too. They have become enemies. You saw my name there?
Yes, it's an analyst.
Okay. Fame at last. I've suddenly become famous. For my name to appear on Wike's list. Another thing that they are circulating about him, which we will need to address, Post-it or any of his lapdogs can address that, is that his son is going to run for House of Reps, and they say the boy is being positioned. Yeah. I have nothing against people encouraging their children, but, what the people are insinuating is that Wike even wants to build a dynasty. And then those people standing with him on that stage. I've not seen adults who are just, what is the technical word that I should use now? These are adults, so laughing sheepishly, clapping almost like robots. Yeah. And then that band that is in the background, almost having an antiphonal responsorial relationship with them. I think we should investigate the kind of stimulants that members of that band that they consume. Because
the
band
is doing well.
Okay, you like them.
I'm very creative.
Dr. Abati.
Okay, stand up and dance properly.
You've been warned about Wike matters, so you have been warned.
Who warned me?
Okay. Be fair and balanced with Wike.
No, we have been fair and balanced.
Yes.
We have been fair and balanced.
The band is good.
Our job is that of an analyst. But this is the only band of his type that I have seen. So that's why I say there is a certain capacity for creativity.
Yes, absolutely.
However, I think that all of this constitutes a distraction. Needless distraction. What is more important that we should be talking about is the insecurity in Borno, the insecurity in Niger.
Exactly.
That is what the presidency should focus on, not the antics of politicians. We should also be worried about this extra interest that the United States has taken in Nigeria.
And it's perfect that you said that, because those are the next two stories.
So these are the issues, not people dancing
absolutely.
Like robots.
Real quickly, you see, in this life, let's be careful. You see, my father used to pray a prayer, Dr. Abati, and he would say, what it means is you will not be too full of yourself. And I used to ask him, why do you pray that prayer? He says, see, when somebody becomes too full of themselves, they overblow their importance. When damage comes to them, they will not know that the damage has started. And that's why when you look at this Wike matter, yes, it's important in the architecture of River States. But the question is, maybe he has done it a little bit too much. Because as we speak today, when he did it with Atiku Abubakar, he got away with it. Dr. Abati, if you remember that he prevented Atiku Abubakar, the PDP candidate, from campaigning for presidential election in River States. When all of that happened, he got away with it. He got his way in Rivers. But look at President Tinubu that he's doing it with now. President Tinubu, the master strategist in this case, has systematically played him out. I don't know how Wike will want to come out of this. The local government chairman, I think out of 23, 20 are in APC. The State of House of Assembly went to APC. The governor is APC. You are saying the structure. All President Tinubu needs to do now is all structures align and go to Fubara, and which the party is already saying. So he should be careful. I think this is time for him to now recalibrate. Maybe he will go against the might of the Jagaban. He will not dare do that, because it's harder to fight a man that is in power and knows how to use power. Like a lot of people have said, Tinubu not be Jonathan, but Dr. Abati, no offense. I'm sorry, with due respect. I beg. I beg for that word.
How did you drag my...
I apologize for that word. But like they say, let me say it again. Tinubu no be Jonathan.
Okay.
Give it to President Tinubu. That man is a master strategist. Like I was saying the other day when Mr. Tonya Cole was here, I said the reason why when Mr. Wike wanted to impeach Fubara, President Tinubu intervened and probably gave him a leeway was so that he will have options. And his options have come home. So now, Fubara has joined the APC. The APC top apparatchik have closed rank with him. You can see the chairman of the party saying the other day that he's our man. Then Bolaji Bashir is saying, Wike, you're not even a member of the APC. And you see that's why politicians should be careful. When Wike was going at people in his own party, did he forget that at some point in the APC, they would tell him you're not a member of the APC because Fubara has joined the APC. And President Tinubu has played him out in the game. Guess what? Unknowingly, after he got the Supreme Court ruling that they did the local government elections again last year, he went to put most of the local government chairmen as APC members. He ensured they got in. The State House of Assembly defected to APC. The governor, APC. Wike, PDP. It's so easy to scheme him out. And that's why the likes of Ajibala Bashir can challenge him and say, you are not in the party. You don't have a right to tell us what you would do in the party. Yes, Wike can say, oh, you can't tell me that. Don't put your mouth in reverse politics. Say all sorts. But President Tinubu has strategically schemed it out. That's why they call him the Jagaban. I don't agree with President Tinubu on many things, but on this, he has shown he's the political Jagaban. He has schemed him out. So Wike can go ahead with his local government home. But what Wike forgets is, yes, you will say the local government chairmen they are loyal to you, right? But they are in the APC. Most of them, I think save for one or two that PDP won. Majority of them are in the APC. So it's been schemed out. President Tinubu choose to work with Fubara. And that's why Bashir said that he could resign. So the question is, will Wike now want to fight back and go against the grain and fight the federal might? As saying he wants to get a candidate to challenge Fubara. It might be a game up for him. This might be the beginning of the end of this fight. On this, like they say on the streets, President Tinubu 200, Wike 0.